Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fantasy Couch podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about some fantasy goofs, some dynasty gaffes. We're going to be ripping some NFL all day packs and talking about how Joe Flacco is back, baby. Comeback player of the year. Does he win that award or not, Sushane?
Ooh, he's got a chance after what happened today. Big win. He's on fire right
Definitely.
now, man.
Definitely. I think he should win it. Um yeah, it's going to be awesome podcast. It's going to be a fun one. We know it's crunch time. I'm not going to lie, had a minor anxiety attack today. Difference between anxiety attack and a panic attack. What's the difference? People are wondering, what's the difference? Panic attack, you think you're going to die. Anxiety attack is just, everyone has had an anxiety. So if you don't know, everyone has had an anxiety. It just means a lot of anxiety. Today it was just hard. I got a lot going on. I'm sick, but it's like the best. Like it's a weak sickness. Like this, it's like nothing. I don't even know. I took a COVID test. I'm good. It's negative. I went to Christmas function. People tested positive for COVID there. I never go out the house. I go out the house like 6 hours per year. So I'll be tested for COVID again. It's like nothing. It's just like little throat, like it's like the weakest sickness. I don't even know what it is. It's like a minor.
Little flu
it's like
season type. Yeah, I got you.
it's like a cold light, LITE. It's like nothing. But yeah, we got a lot going on. So people always ask like how I'm doing in my leagues. Am I going to make a video about it? I think the problem is some people watch my videos and don't watch the live streams, and vice versa. They just want the live streams, don't watch the videos. I'm like, look, I talk about it constantly on the live streams, and I'm going to talk about it today. And only reason I'm talking about it is because I get it's like one of the most popular questions every year. How am I doing in my leagues? And I always talk about it. So here's the thing. I'm just going to keep it short, like, because I do so many different leagues in best ball. I'm going to sum it up for you. I'm doing pretty bad in regular fantasy football, especially redraft. I made some bad decisions, but it's mostly been injuries and bad luck. I mean, sure, this story is relatable to most people. I'm only in the championship in one league. It's pretty important. It is the Couch Dynasty League. I have the Browns defense. Now, what I'm really excited about and why I'm in a good mood is because all that, some of that is like free charity leagues. Some of it was like big tournaments. I got a special invite to a free invite, just because I have a channel, I get free invites to stuff. Some are $100 buy-ins, $50 buy-ins, $30 buy-ins, $20 buy-ins. Not a ton of money for someone like me who plays competitively professionally. Now, I do have, it's going to be hard. It's not like over 50% chance, but there is a realistic shot I win $15,000 if you add it all up.
Oh, baby.
Possibly more. So I'm in a 10,000 entry tournament. I'm currently in fourth place. So it's cut down to 25. Yes, 10,000 turns down to 25. Here, let me bring it up right here on the screen.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see.
I'm in fourth place. Yeah, it's real. I'm down 20. I didn't check now, but before this game, I'm down 24. So it's going to be hard. But if I do win first place, I'm going to win roughly $10,000. And this goes by teams, not players. So I got Chicago quarterback. I got, Jags running back. So for example, if Dearness Johnson gets 40 points, I would just get 40 points for that position. If ETN gets 40 points, I would just get 40 points for the Jags running back. Probably not the most realistic example, but maybe Vikings wide receiver might have been better. Addison and Osborne and Powell and all those guys each like were the best wide receiver, and they balled out accordingly. So hoping I do well. I do need a lot of upside. Second place wins $1,000. So it's pretty interesting. And that's just one league. Now, there's another one I'm going to try to bring up. Sometimes it takes a second to load.
Are these best ball, by the way, or do you have to make some start?
No, this is you make decisions. So you can
Okay.
edit it up and you can swap out. So just yesterday, I swapped out. I benched Lions wide receiver and I started Texans wide receiver. Now it was starting to get closer and closer to CJ Stroud starting. And I was thinking, look, Texans have more upside. So you bench and sit.
Sure.
Yeah. You start sit, I mean.
Okay.
Now, same tournament. It's like a tournament. Is it
Same turning.
I don't even know
Okay.
what this is. It's the same tournament, but yeah, okay, whatever. It's wacky. It's beyond wacky. So just bear with me. Let me explain. Now, in the same tournament, I'm in 9,999th place. Now, before you call me a big dummy idiot, if you finish dead last, you win $1,000.
No way.
And I'm in 9,999th place. Bad news. I'm so pissed. So pissed. I have the Jets quarterback, which has been just a stellar start throughout the entire season. That's how I wound up here. I'm telling you. Just been amazing. I mean, look at these running backs, bro. Bears running back, Panthers running back, Ravens running back, Texans running back. Like it's pretty, how do you say, bad, right? I guess you could say, but bad is good.
Growth. Oh yeah.
I mean, you who's worse? What's a worst foursome right there? Like who could be worse? Definitely not Rams running back. Definitely not Jags running back. Definitely not
Maybe
Niners running back. Steelers running back.
Essentially. Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
you also
Warren's
get Jalen
okay.
Warren. You also get, yeah. I mean, that's
yeah.
Maybe that's on par with like the Ravens. Because Ravens not that bad, I guess. And the Texans,
Yeah, Gus Edwards.
We're up and down. Yeah. Singletary went off, but it's pretty bad for. I mean, like none of these guys are great. Rams wide receiver, you know, that's a must bench. That they go off, but other than that, these wide receivers suck. Falcons wide receivers. So I'm hoping to do bad. Freaking Trevor Siemian totally screwed me. What is he doing, dog? Are you kidding me? 14.7 points.
14, hey man, that's kind of serviceable in Superflex, maybe.
That's why it's bad for me. I'm trying to lose. Do you not understand how the rules work?
Oh no, I get it.
You understand? Okay, this is bad for me. Nobody else is starting the Jets quarter unless they're in this tournament. It's a lot of fun because this is literally. By the way, I'm a psycho competitive person. I have very good sportsmanship, a lot of integrity. Like I'm not going to cheat. And I'm not going to say anything like that crazy, like as far as being like not sportsman-like conduct. I'd rather just be quiet. And like, if people are like, oh, you're just mad. Yes. No, I'm mad. I'm not, I admit it. But I try to just not, if I'm going to say something bad, I just won't say nothing. But I'm psycho competitive. And this has been one of the craziest things to do is to try to lose. It just goes so counter. And so like, imagine getting a basketball in your hand, clock's ticking down, and then you're like, miss the shot. Like it's just so counterintuitive. It's not, you've been grown up a certain way your whole life. It's a win, compete. And I compete till the very end. And anyway, that's how it's going. Also, we're talking about big money, me, you, and some top Discord members in a $500 dynasty league. We can win $3,000 in that league, and that goes into that 15,000 pool I was talking about. So there is a way, like legitimately, that I win 15,000. If not, I could win maybe 1,000, 2,000, which kind of won't even cover fees. That'll be a L. But if we win that league, just $3,000 alone, that's going to cover all my fees. You know, I'm going to take that as a W because I'm not finishing out the money. Like this is the final round. This is the top 25 in this tournament and bottom. So everybody wins money, and there's weekly prizes and stuff I've won already. So I finished first place 1 week, so on and so forth. So that's how it's going in my leagues. Couch Dynasty League is a low buy-in league, but I'm proud for taking down Jordan.
Yep.
He was on the live stream last night. He's taken down my 96 team Patreon league, which is impressive. Next year, almost took it down again.
Yep.
You said he's taken down 1 or 2 leagues you've been in? Dynasty leagues?
Joined one that he has kind of just ran for a little bit. I mean, looking at his team, he's got like Jefferson, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. It's loaded all across the board, and he's again in the championship. So
He's in the and he has a good shot to win, I assume.
yeah, he's against us, ironically, but we're trying our hardest. But it seems
Who's
like he's
us?
definitely the favorite. Myself and Luis. Luis is the main owner. I'm
Okay.
co-owning this
Is
season.
is it close, like the percentages?
Well, we have Amari Cooper on our team who we had to bench, so that kind of really hurt us a little bit. But
What's the
I
percentage
mean, we'll
on
see.
sleepers? What I'm getting at.
I think when I checked, it was like 45, 55, or maybe
Oh,
like
it's still close.
close
I
to
mean, it's
60,
close.
40
Okay,
in that range.
it's
Yeah,
close. Yeah,
yeah,
but the Cooper thing hurt a little bit. Okay,
yeah.
well, got you. Yeah, so I took him down in the semifinals. It was almost as good as winning a Super Bowl because me and him clearly had the best team, I think, in that league. And
Yeah.
so he scored the most points this year, and he's won it like I don't even know, like 2, 3. Like he's crazy, like dominating that dynasty league. Like even if he didn't win it several times, he's always like top 2.
Yeah.
So he's been killing it. So that's how I'm doing in my leagues. A lot of bad luck though, a lot of craziness. Like for instance, it's not, I don't think best ball shows up. For instance, look at this. Oh, it is. Okay, now that we're in playoffs. Look at how wacky this, like this is whack. So sleeper glitched on one of my drafts. I was really pissed. It drafted Cooper Kupp and Derrick Henry. It wasn't working on desktop. I don't know if you
I
remember
remember
this
that.
live
Yeah,
stream. Look
I
at how
do.
many teams are 7-7, bro.
Whoa.
1, 2,
What in the
3, 4,
world?
5, 6. This is a celebrity league too. We got this guy Colt. He's an NFL player. Marcus Grant from NFL
Yep.
Network. Darren Waller's in this league. Scott Fishbowl's in this league.
Yeah.
Gary
Wow.
Barnage is in this league. The Browns tight end. You know what? You
Yep,
remember?
for sure. I
Little
remember him. Oh,
fantasy
absolutely.
stint.
Yeah.
Michael F. Florio's in this league. Jay the Plug. Stanton. I think he's a Raiders player. And then my rival, who's really good, CBS fantasy football analyst. What's his name? Heath Cummings. He's really good. I may faced him in the Super Bowl before, so it's that type of league. Anyway, yeah, just a lot of bad luck, a lot of injuries. You know how it goes, but that is how I'm doing in my league, and I'm still excited because I do have a chance to win thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'll be happy about that. So I wish you good luck to Sue Shane, aka Dynasty Day Trader, aka the Titan Shaman. Good luck in your Super Bowls. How many Super Bowls are you in?
I'm in one. It's a redraft league, ironically. I know my name's a Dynasty Day Trader, but I'm
Wait,
in
you're
one.
in the other one.
Oh, and yeah, there's one more.
So
of course.
2.
The co-owned one, right? So one by myself, and then the second one with Luis. So 2 of them, and that one is a dynasty. But
and you're part of the one that we're gonna hopefully win $3,000 in Dynasty Best Ball.
That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one, right?
18.
It's not necessarily a
point lead. We got.
Say that again.
18.9 point lead. Dynasty Best Ball.
So that's the thing, right? It's not one of those things where it's a traditional where you go head to head and set lineups, but best ball, man, if we can get those 18.9 points and just keep that cushion, my God, that would be the best one. That'd be the biggest one for me at least this season. So I'm really excited, really hopeful. And hey, let's see how it goes. Best of luck to you as well in your leagues, my friend.
Yeah. So remember, Jordan was on the podcast last night. I don't know. I mean, sorry, the live stream last night. I don't know if you know, there was a moment where I left the live stream.
I do. Now,
okay,
so at that point, I had a little dinner that I was doing, so I had you on mute, but I was watching. I did see you leave.
So I left. Like, I just want to say what happened. It's not important. It's kind of weird, but it was a big deal. And, a lot's changing in my life. I'm doing like social media and whatnot. And I just want to let the people know. I mean, this is my podcast. I can talk about it. And I'm not trying to like purposely say I'm not trying to make a point. It's just literally something that happened during the podcast. And it's pretty crazy. It's a story about my life. So I just wanted to share it. So I run social media for this company, Kashango. I told you about it. They do AI, and one thing they do is like AI to identify threats with cameras. So like mass shootings, they identify the gun. That's what they're working towards doing. Notify the authorities, and hopefully the goal is to get the response time faster. We already have a lot of haters and stuff, and a lot of people that just, I don't know, they just like to say stuff because it's a touchy subject. I get it. But last night it was crazy. So they were being called liars and all this, and I just got a text. So at one of the biggest malls in the world called Opry Mills in Nashville, his Shango CEO, his family was there, his wife and kids was at the mall. This fight happened, sort of like a world star fight. There was a few teenagers. This crazy fight happened. Metal chairs were being thrown. It was a big deal at 5:30 p.m. I mean, this story I'm about to tell you is crazy. That's why I just want to get it off my chest, tell you guys what happened. So this
Damn,
fight happened at
crazy intro.
5:30 p.m. Okay, this was at Haagen-Dazs, I think, or something like that. Look at, you can see the ice cream there. Keep in mind, this is one of the biggest malls in the country. 30 minutes later, on the other side of the mall, there was a shooting. They were in there. They were right next to it. Somebody with the black mask. I think three shots were fired, maybe more. They all hid in the stores, and police were there. Police were called. Like, just all the police went. Like, like dozens. Like, it was crazy. Just police. All the stories say it never happened, but they saw it. Like, his family saw it, and his family heard it. And trust me, like, they know what a gunshot is there. Like, it's not anything. So
Yeah,
they
of
in the
course.
stores, like, all this, and now he's being called a liar, and just we're getting a lot of heat on social media. And that's what he texts me. He's like, "Hey, let's do." Like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then that's why I was like freaking out. Like, I didn't know what to do, so I just tried to, like, I didn't know what to do. He's like, he just said, like, stop, like, help me. Like, I don't know. I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. It's the internet. Like, everyone's calling his family a liar and trolling him, and it's crazy. And I don't even blame them, to be honest. That's just how the internet is. I know it's a
Yeah, that's
touchy
crazy.
subject. There's always going to be an extreme opinion on both sides. And like I said, I'm not trying to touch this subject or push anything. Obviously, like, I don't do that here, but I'm trying to say, like, I don't blame those people, because all the news is saying that this was a fake shooting. It didn't happen. So these metal chairs were mistaken as gunshots. That's what they were saying. And it just doesn't add up. Obviously, this happened 30 minutes before on the other side of the mall. And there was that. So no statements were taken. The news doesn't seem to care. Everyone's getting harassed and trolled online, like, to the fullest. And I just wanted to say that. And it's kind of tragic. Obviously, like I said, I'm not trying to talk about this, but it, like, literally happened
Yeah,
during the live stream. And what got me mad, really emotional and furious, is like when something happens and then nobody believes you. I feel like it's just as worse, or even worse, or I don't know. I want to speak on that, but it's like it happened like twice. So like something traumatic happens, and now it's like happening like part two, where nobody
yeah.
believes you and people are ragging on you. And it's like, dude, like, we're not making this up. Like, this isn't like, oh, a metal chair hit,
Makes
25,
no
30
sense to
minutes
make this up.
ago on the other side of the mall. Like,
Yeah,
that fight was done. And then, like, we got that mixed up with gunshots. Like, and a lot of people saw it too. And the guy no one got hit, like, no one, but we know, got hit directly with any bullet. So the whole thing seems like a weird,
yeah.
he may have
Hmm.
just shot in the air. Like, the whole thing seems like a weird thing. I don't know. If I get the channel banned for saying this, I don't even care. Like, I'm just telling the truth. Like, whatever. Like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna speak my mind. That's just what happened last night. That's the truth.
Right.
Obviously, I wasn't there, but I wanted to say that. So a little bit of hectic stuff there, a little bit of drama. Again, I know you guys aren't here for this, but this did happen during the live stream. I know you weren't expecting me to talk about
Yeah,
something
that is
like this.
quite an interesting
Is
story.
that not a crazy story though?
Very crazy, very
Couple
absurd.
that in with what the AI, one of the things the AI does is identify guns and threats,
bro,
in places like malls. Like we're trying to sell it in malls.
Oh my god!
And so it just seems weird. It just, the whole thing seems weird. Like, bro,
yeah.
he's not making this up. Anyway, let's move on. We have some goofs and gaffs, some funny stuff. But that's what happened during the live stream last night. So
That's
on top of that, like, I
crazy,
was
bro.
sick and tired,
Crazy.
and like by the end of the live stream, like I was like tight end premium. Because hacking is so difficult. You guys don't know, because look, one mistake when you hack, everything could be over. Everything could be done.
In a dynasty league or something could be all
like
done.
I could screw up someone's league. I can accidentally dock somebody. A million bad things could go wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why the show is just so funky. Like, it's so crazy that people line up and there's sometimes bid wars to get on.
Yeah.
This crazy show. It's like a fantasy Fear Factor in a way. It's like
honestly, yeah.
It's like
really.
But then there's no $50,000 prize. So appreciate all you guys. Hack My Lineup has ended. Yeah,
it was
man.
A great era. It was a great era.
And like I said, E111 here. Like I said, guys, like, I'm not trying to make a point or anything. It was just wild. It was just wild what happened. Everyone's safe in his family. And like I said, I don't know if anybody, we don't think anybody got shot or anything like that, but minor injury. And that's the thing. We don't know anything. There's no news. There's no nothing. So
yeah,
as far as I'm guessing, at most will be minor injuries, like somebody, stumbling or falling, nothing
I mean,
crazy.
That's still strange, bro. What a crazy, strange story.
Wow. Yeah. And we don't like the dude, what the shooter did seems very weird, because it seems like the shooter did not try to directly harm anybody, because I think it would be pretty easy to do. So, it's this rabbit hole that will probably never get to the end to, but it's odd, and it happened during the live stream. All right. Enough. All right. We need a palate cleanser. Switch it up. Goofs and gaffs. Here are some funny stuff. As we know, it is championship week, and we know we are running an awesome fantasy football podcast. What are we? Top 1% podcast in the world by default? I mean, it could be higher. I'm just saying, by minimum, top 1%, because all these other losers gave up. We're I don't know what to call us, but we don't give up.
200 episodes.
Yeah, over 200 episodes. I don't know what to call that. I can't think of any good persistence. Good adjectives.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Persistent.
Insanity. Determination. Stubbornness. It's all the same things, but some sound better than the other. But that's us. All right. Ben the Lone Wolf. Now, I think this guy's been following me a long time on Twitter. Peep this. And let me see if he did. I'm opening up my Twitter. I was like, what was this about? And I do have some notifications. Let me see. Okay, so he did respond. I'll bring that up in a second. But peep this. This is funny. He says, Fantasy Couch, have you ever been moved into the championship after a midweek stat correction? I went to bed playing with the consolation game. I wake up and I'm playing for the ship.
Oh my god.
So this guy's like trying to, I don't know what's going on.
Pain at the same time. Oh, I love it.
I think he's playing for 5th place, and now he wakes up, he's playing for 1st. Something like that.
The best part is that's like a midweek. It's not even like a post game, like, hours after Monday Night Football. That's like a midweek stat correction. Like, you're preparing your roster for the off season, and then bang, you're in the championship. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh, so this is a rabbit hole. This is something I wouldn't have guessed. Look at this. So you replied back. I just replied like, "Hey, what was it?" before the podcast. I'm curious. And the people are curious. The people listening right now are curious. One of my leagues gives a point for targets. Odd thing to have, by the way. I would say no, but we don't condone. Right? We don't condone this, right? Do you condone this?
No, absolutely not.
We do not condone the
No.
Fantasy Couch podcast does not condone these settings, but to each his own. They apparently missed one of Mike Evans' target. This dude got in by a Mike
Oh my
Evans
God.
target.
That was a stat correction. That's terrible.
So today they added the plus one.
No.
That is
Oh
so
my God,
stupid.
you're
May I
joking.
just
This is
say
not
that is
real.
like the dumbest.
No, this cannot be real right
I
now.
thought it would be like a sack or a rush yard. This dude said
Yeah, right.
a target.
I'm
What a dumb rule.
I'm at a loss for words.
It's so dumb, but like
Oh my
I
God.
already congratulated him. Look, you're a part of the Couch family. You made it in the ship. I love that. Go win it. I'm proud of you. Don't be ashamed. I'm just gonna say, just in general, like I'm just gonna be honest. I think that setting is really stupid. Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like the dumbest thing ever. It's worse than the carries. You know, the carries league. Like,
Yeah.
It's just way worse than that.
Targets? Come on, like we already have receptions.
Bro,
what are you doing?
Yeah,
dude?
how about we do receptions? How about targets, bro? Hey, your running back should get a point every time they call play action.
Right.
Go for it.
Exactly.
Right? Because if it's Terrell Davis back there, that means that they're gonna fall for the play action way more than his backup. I don't know. That felt so dumb, but like honestly, that is smarter than targets. It is like it actually makes more sense than target. Like it was a throwaway. This was a throwaway. This is when Baker Mayfield threw the ball away into the stands. They gave it to that rookie. Who do you guys like? Trey Palmer.
Oh my God!
And now they took it away from him and they gave it to Mike Evans because he's a big boy, and they gave it to Mike Evans. Done.
Dude, if I'm on the losing end of that, that is absolutely devastating. What in the world?
Yeah, but this guy's on our side at least, right? He's the wild card. He's the Joker. He's like on the reality show. On the reality show, you know, the girl gets kicked out, and then they bring her back in towards the end. Ooh, the bad girl. She's back. Wait, what? She's back? Yeah, that's what they're doing. This is a reality show where they're bringing the X Factor back. The crazy one, the wild one.
The Baker Mayfield overthrow. My goodness.
I made all that. That was just a fantasy. That was just a storyline I made up. You know that, right? But it was good. It was a good made up story.
Good one, though.
Yeah, that's probably what happened too. Like that, right? Like if you had to guess, like that's probably what happened.
Hey man, it sounded real to me, right?
Yeah, it's you believe it's real to me. Damn it! Yeah, that's right. If it's real to you, yeah, it's a real story. All right. The next one's funnier.
This is real though. It's crazy.
The next one's funnier, by the way.
Funnier? No way.
Funnier than this. You've seen I showed you this. Here it is.
Right, let's see it.
Okay. I got a DM today. Hey, Couch. My opponent had Cooper and didn't take him out. How would you handle that? And then I responded by laughing at him.
Oh my God.
I mean,
today, dude,
I don't know what I think this wasn't the response he was looking for, but this was sometimes I answer questions because look, I get a ton of questions, obviously. Most of the time, sometimes I joke around, sometimes I elaborate, sometimes I ask questions. A lot of times you might get a yes. Some guys like, look, my life's on the line and this and that, and I'm playing against my coworker, and my coworker cheated on me, slept with my wife, and then I'm like, should I? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Or I'm like, bench Flacco. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, if it's a yes or no question, often you will get a yes or a no. And this one was this is exactly what I would do.
This is the most appropriate answer.
I would laugh at them. Like, what do you like? I'm gonna trash talk. Like, what is going on? And you know, like when it comes to fantasy, like I said, a lot of bad luck and a lot of injuries, this and that, right? Like, whether you believe me or not, I think we've all suffered a good amount of that this year. I think it's there was enough to go around to literally everybody that's listening or watching right now. There's a lot you can't control. This is literally one thing your opponent could have controlled. Maybe Amari Cooper got 3 points this this game if he played. Maybe the plan was to double him.
Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah.
And he would have got 0 points or 3 points. That could have happened. That's a tough break. Like you had to start Amari Cooper. Some people had to start him. And that's it. Like you didn't have many wide receiver options. You had to start him.
But if he's out, and he was ruled out way before the game, it wasn't like a late scratch or like a last minute type ordeal.
Well, it was 90 minutes before. No, it wasn't. It was, I mean, it was
plenty of time, I think. I mean,
no, I'm just saying, but you made it,
you know?
you're making it sound like that, like you can't, it has to be within 90 minutes. But 90 minutes ago, he was ruled out. I mean, this is something you should be paying attention to. One of your big time players is questionable during the week. Regardless, it doesn't matter. My point is they have the choice like that. You can control that. You couldn't control Justin Jefferson getting injured. In the Throne League, we couldn't control all our quarterbacks getting injured and bench. We drafted Kirk Cousins, Anthony Richardson. We couldn't stop high-fiving each other. Then we picked up Josh Dobbs. He got benched. Like none of this is in our control. We literally had no choice. Like what could we do other than knock it out the park during our draft? That was literally the best value quarterback combo you could have drafted was Anthony Richardson and Kirk Cousins. They got injured. Both of them. What can you do? That's out of our control. Or even when you draft a bust, like Austin Eckler was a bust. You know, there's plenty of you reach for Travis Kelce. You drafted him 5th overall. That's a bust. That's out of your control, though, at least. Like after you drafted him, you know, or whatever, or you're starting him or whatever the case is, how they play is out of your control or the injuries out of your control. This one was something they could have controlled. They didn't. I'd laugh at them, and they'll take the L.
Well, but your own on that one.
Getter Dunn says this was my question. Yes, this was your question. And then he gave me an update. I don't know why you said this, Getter Dunn, but you're like, they have Waddle still. And I'm like, Waddle's probably not going to play. So,
oh my God.
I think you're going to take the W. Like,
there you go.
Any W's I can take in life, I'm gonna take. Like I'm taking all if I make 12 cents off a sale, I'm making 12 cents. It's a W, baby.
Win, yeah.
You're gonna win a championship in fantasy football. You know, there's people that have never won a championship in fantasy football. There's plenty of them. They don't talk about it. Just like people who lose bets, they only tell you about the bets they win. Everyone's like that. So there's plenty of people that have never won a ship, probably ended up quitting fantasy football. Plenty of people in there. I remember I was in this one fantasy basketball league. Like they were tight. They've been playing since like freshman college. So they've been playing for 4 or 5 years before I met them. They're all buddies too. And most of them are from Vallejo. So they've been playing like 5+ years. I joined the league and now I'm playing for like 3, 4, 5 years. So now it's been 10 and the commission was like, man, don't go too hard on that guy. He's never won. And he's been in the league for 10 years. I was like, dang, that is pretty bad. So the guy, 10 years of play fantasy basketball, and he's never won. He would always draft the old vets, the old names.
Sure.
Might work better in football, actually, but in basketball, when you draft those old names, it never works because once you lose that athleticism, it's over.
Yeah. Steep fall off. You don't want to play for, you don't want to play this year with last year's numbers. It's not the most ideal strategy. I mean, sometimes, like you said, football sometimes will carry over, but not all the time.
Oh, I say it's just better in football. It in football it's bad too, but I think in football you had a better chance. Yeah. Hey, this is the Joe Flacco podcast, baby. He's old. It's the Joe Flacco podcast today, even though it's not. We dedicate it to Joe Flacco. This podcast dedicated to Joe Flacco. Absolutely. Kelso says, same here. My opponent kept Cooper in. I commissioned a 10-year league, and 2 guys in the championship game have never won.
Oh, wow. That'll be a first for someone and devastating sadness for the other.
Yeah, it's like you just don't hear about nobody is making that information public. Hey, I've been playing for a decade and never won a ship. Like, no, you never hear that, but there's people out there that it's happened to. So man, take that W, Getter Done. Getter Done has a 70% chance to win. It's looking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I like
everywhere.
I like hack my lineup, and thanks to you, I'm in 2 championships and got 20 plus from Brees Hall and Jerome Ford tonight. You started both? I mean, how is
That's
this guy
big time.
gonna, bro? You know what is this though? If you do lose, the L would be more massive though.
Oh my
It
god.
would be your
Oh,
opponent
that'd be
started
crushing.
Cooper. You started 2 absolute stud RBs that got over 20 points each. Like they both went insane today.
He's probably got another 0 from Waddle. I mean, my god, if you lose this, that would be a Shakespearean tragedy in 2023. Or I
We
guess
have some
2024.
drama in the couch draft party league. That was
Mm.
crazy. Chris Smooth has like, I don't know, I'll exaggerate. I don't know, like 98% chance to win or something like that. Goes to sleep. He's sick. He's on the East Coast. He's tired. He goes to sleep.
Yep.
He says GG to Mitchell. Goes to bed.
Oh boy.
Mitchell has George Kittle. And they have a lot of other players. Now Mitchell is a 60% chance to win. I think it went up to okay, I know that for sure. It went up to 70% because Kittle's going off right away, right when the Ravens Niners game
Yeah.
started.
Uh-huh.
He's going insane, like the first drive. So Mitchell has a 70% chance. Smoes is sitting there with 2 catches from Ayuk. He's got Ayuk, Justice Hill because he had Josh Jacobs. And then all of a sudden, just Ayuk starts going off, and then he beats Mitchell by 0.4, which was crazy.
No.
Mike destroys the villain of the league, Germ, which is like winning a Super Bowl. Just like how I beat Jordan, that's like winning a Super Bowl. And so it's Mitchell and Germ. Mitch, I'm rooting for you. I want you to beat Germ so I don't have to ever Venmo that guy ever again. That would be awesome. So good luck, Mitch. That's him right here, Muse 619. So
Yeah.
beat Germ. Whether Smooth wins or Mike wins, I don't care. That's an awesome matchup. Smooth traveled all the way from Florida, came to the draft party. It was the last draft, so pretty epic. He came, and Mike Mattal, me and him literally started Fantasy Couch together. So co-founders. So it's awesome that those two are in, and Germ is not in. That would be amazing. That's amazing. There's a good
Big
chance
time
I
win
don't have
right
to
there.
pay Germ. I really don't want to pay that, man. E111. I played Hall and Ford too. Looking good. That's right. What's awesome last week, my advice was nuts, insane. Over 80% hit rate. I killed it.
Baby. Top
But the
notch.
bad
Okay.
ones sting. Like I told this guy to bench someone super whack and start A chain, but the difference was like 6 points and he lost. So that it stings.
Oh
Because I
wow.
was like, and it was a smart like the guy, like one guy got 10.5, but that was way more than what A chain got. And then
Got it.
I lost because of you. And I told a couple people to bench Cooper.
Yep.
It's tough. But the rest was like I told everyone to start Brees Hall. Like it was crazy. Like I crushed it, dude. Kickers were solid advice. Even though it wasn't perfect, they did enough to win. Everyone told me they still won. Starting Brees, I got so many compliments about Brees Hall. Like people to start. So like I absolutely crushed it with the advice. But the ones that I got wrong, it's like I can't hit 100%. If I
No
get
one
like
can.
300 messages and comments, there's no way I can get all 300 right. Like that's impossible. It's just those ones stun because they're out. But I did well, and glad you guys did well too. I mean, this guy right here who's saying he started Brees Hall this week, I know he started him last week. Get her done. I'm always hacking him. I'm pretty sure we started Brees Hall last week too.
100%.
Pretty sure. I mean, I told everyone to literally start Brees Hall, and he went off. Mitchell says, I was at the casino. I was at 94. What?
Oh,
Dang, I remember that. You were at 94? I was at the casino. I was at 94% at one point, and then Ayuk and Justice Hill go off. So I don't even remember Justice Hill going off. Really? Justice Hill went off?
Maybe he scored a touchdown or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, see, I wasn't keeping up on that. Justice Hill, because he has 7.6. He did not go off. Okay, this is what he got 8.7.
I guess a little extra boost there,
I guess he
8
got
points.
another point. He got one more point. Okay, that's technically not going off, but
yeah.
kind of ruining the story, Mitchell. But nonetheless, we'll omit that part out of the story and we'll redo it.
Focus on our yeah.
I was at 94% at one point, and then Ayuk goes off. I was sitting at Grand Sierra Resort in sadness. It was a bad night.
That's rough, man. That's all I can say, man.
Sitting with 36 Niner fans watching on the big screen. It went from rowdy to depressed 2 times over for me. Yeah. So he was at the casino another time, and this was Sunday Night Football.
Oh, no,
and in the Super Bowl, it was me and Mitchell in the Super Bowl. I was about to be back-to-back champs. The clock says 0. The game's over. We have no players left. I'm up. Then the Raiders, they did the what's the play called? The whoop-de-whoop.
Oh no,
what's it called?
Hook and ladder.
Woody woo, woody woo, woody. Yeah, hook and ladder. Yeah,
yeah.
Backyard pitchy woo woo.
Oh no,
pitchy poo poo.
I remember this game too.
Yeah, I made a video. It's a popular video I made called "I Lost the Fantasy Super Bowl." Everybody loves it.
Yeah,
it's like one of my best like to dislike ratios. I think everyone loves seeing me suffer. Like it's so good. They love it. And I mean, that was genuine suffer. Like I couldn't even speak for like 4 hours. It was so bad. And then his defense swoops it up and scores a if they just swooped it up and fell, that's good. I'm probably up by 4.5 or something. I don't remember, but something good. And then they score touchdown. And it's the same defense. Dude, you know, I've been trying to win a DraftKings tournament so long. I'm in first place, and the Eagles do like the same thing, and I go from first to second place. I have like a 6-point lead or something. I'm like, I'm going to win a DraftKings tournament. It's not a huge one, but it's like $1,500 or $3,000. I want to take, exactly. I didn't care about them. I just want to take one down because I've been working hard. I've been putting out DFS content. I want to show off that, like, hey, I can do it too. And I never did. And I knew it wasn't my fault. And then I finally, a couple years after, I finally started taking down several DraftKings tournaments. I was like, I knew I had it. But anyway, that same defense that same year did that, like week 6, and then they did it to me in the fantasy Super Bowl. I was about to be back-to-back fantasy couch champ. End up finishing second place. Mitchell wins by like 2 freaking fantasy points. It's crazy.
Well, what goes around comes around, I guess.
Yeah, well, he made that reference, so that's why it was in my head. He's like, "Oh, I got this video saved in my favorites." He's like, I sit in my juice and watch it. Yeah, he sits back, kicks back, and watches that video every now and then for entertainment. I'm like, that's sick, dog. The video's like 7 years old.
7 years old, right?
The video's so old. Yeah, jeez.
Oh my god,
it's so old. Do we have a visual fantasies? I lost the fantasy Super Bowl. I just want people to see the thumbnail. Yeah, there it is right here. Oh, it's not really big, but hold on.
Take a look at this. I love it. Yep, there it is. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's just the thumbnail.
Pain.
Love it. They love it. Joe Flacco. That's the last topic I want to talk about. And then we have a dynasty segment.
Yeah.
Prepared. But Joe Flacco, man, he's amazing. He's on fire. He's back. He looked pretty good on the Jets. And when he was playing, I think the Jets make playoffs if they kept Joe Flacco as, let's say, Aaron Rodgers' backup. Do you think they'd make the playoffs with Flacco?
I mean, if he's playing the way he has been now, absolutely, because they got some talent, especially on the defensive side of the football, kind of similar to the Browns. I mean, I guess you could say they have a second receiver and a better tight end with Elijah Moore and Njoku on offense, but both teams are built very defense kind of, I don't want to say defense heavy or defense favorite, but, definitely strong defenses among the top in the league. And they have pretty, good pieces on offense all over. So, yeah, I mean, I would buy into that a little bit. Obviously, it's tough to say definitively because, a lot of things can go wrong.
Yes, or it's a yes or no. I need a yes or no. if Joe Flacco was Aaron Rodgers' backup on the Jets, Aaron Rodgers goes down, Flacco comes in. Before
I
they're
don't
6-10 right
man.
now. Do they make play? You have to guess.
I'm
This
gonna
is
I'm gonna
this,
I'm gonna say
it's
no.
literally
I'm
our
gonna say
job.
no. I'm gonna
No,
say no.
okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna say
no
yes.
because Flacco. It's one of those guys where he could be like a nice spark, but now we're talking the whole
Like a
season.
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Down.
like a boring
Right,
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah,
right. Boring Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? So that's why I'm gonna
definitely,
say no. But I mean,
definitely could be one of the outcomes. Yeah, one of the probable
yeah,
outcomes. I'm gonna
for
say
sure.
yes because I think the Jets are a good team. They just needed somebody that's not extremely depressing. Needed someone that's not
Fact.
just tearing down
You're
the
right
whole
about that.
team.
Fact.
I mean, Zach Wilson gets benched. Zach Wilson has to come back in after the Rodgers thing. Zach Wilson gets
Yeah.
benched. Tim Boyle gets cut. Trevor Siemian, let's go back to Zach
Yeah.
Wilson. Now Zach Wilson gets hurt. I mean, like, this is like, no matter how, like, these guys could be the
Carousel at all times.
strongest minded, raw team with the best coach. You can't get like that, hurts morale like crazy. Like, that's terrible. The hype with Aaron Rodgers, but it wasn't
Oh
just
my
like it
god.
wasn't just smoke screen or farts or whatever you want to
It
call
was
it. It
real.
wasn't just, it was a for real hype. I drafted Garrett Wilson early in a lot of best ball drafts. I was pushing
You're
Garrett
not the
Wilson.
only
I was
one.
bullish on him. I mean, I was so confident in him. There was 4 things I was confident in him. Garrett Wilson, TJ Hawkinson, Christian Watson, and Calvin Ridley. I didn't, whatever. Don't count how many I
Not
got
bad.
right. It's
Not bad.
it's an opinion. There's no fact. You don't know. Look, hey, Calvin Ridley in best ball. Tell me that's not fire.
Great. Absolutely great.
Calvin Ridley in a normal league, that's bad. Probably bad. Probably not good. Christian Watson, hey, he got injured. I don't know. You never know. What could have? What could have been?
Games,
what could have been? Garrett Wilson. Right. I mean, come on. You got to get you can't.
Look,
Aaron
even
Rodgers,
like
Zach
the
Wilson?
non-fantasy analysts, even the non-fantasy analysts, the guys you see on ESPN and stuff, they're all saying like, man, with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson could take that leap, become Devontae Adams for like a 23-year-old version and all that stuff. And, so it was like, to your point, this was legitimate, real hype. Wasn't smoke screens, wasn't just a bunch of rumors and all that stuff and just buzz. This is legitimate hype that just crumbled, and to your point earlier as well, this poor QB play just completely tore up the morale of the team.
I don't know if Suchet knows more about it. I know our Discord's up on this salary stuff, and I guess this is kind of similar to Russell Wilson in a way. Get Her Done is saying, do the Browns keep Flacco if they go far in the playoffs? I mean, they probably don't get rid of him, but the question is, Deshaun Watson's going to be healthy now. I think that's really the case. Can the Browns cut Deshaun Watson? I don't think so with the contract. Now, again, I don't know. I don't get the contract. I only learn what I need to learn for fantasy, and then I shut everything off. That's how I've always been as a kid. Just give me the information that I'm interested in, and then I'm tuning you out. And there's too much going on in NFL to remember everything. For me, that's for my brain. So I don't know. I just know his contract sucks. It's a lot of guarantees. I don't think they can just cut him. I don't know what you're going to do with Deshaun Watson. And it's so weird to bench him. I guess Flacco would be the backup, right?
So I'm looking at the contract. It's 5 years, which would take us to 2027. He signed that one last year. So, I mean, they're kind of married to Deshaun Watson for a while. I mean, we did say this about the Broncos and Russell Wilson, but it seems that Sean Payton, the head coach over there, is fed up enough to the point where he's willing to throw away $80+ million in dead cap. That's basically the penalty that they're going to have to do, by the way. For those who don't know, they're going to, if they do part ways with Russell Wilson, which is pretty much the writing on the wall, they basically have just $80 million of cap space that they could be spending on free agents and shit and stuff that they just can't spend anymore because that's all going towards Russell Wilson, who will not be even playing on the team. So same thing here with Deshaun Watson. You'll be having a huge, I don't know the exact amount, but it's going to be a huge dead cap and probably for multiple years as well.
Could be
So
worse because
could
he
be
only
worse,
got like
right?
1 million guaranteed first, so it
Yeah,
was more backloaded. Is that the right word?
absolutely backloaded.
So
Yep, that's the word.
it's
That's the word.
could be worse because it could be making
Yeah,
more of the guaranteed money later.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So definitely as a backup for sure, because I mean, Deshaun Watson, he definitely is risky now at this point in his career, right? Because I mean, it's been how many years since we've seen the elite Deshaun Watson, and he's had some injuries in between and stuff like that. So
And some off
he
the
definitely
field
wants to return.
issues. If you guys
Off the field
haven't
issues, of
kept
course, right?
kept up on news,
I was
I think
trying to
I
work
think you
around
got
that.
I think you got to mention. Yeah, just say off. Some off the
Fair
field
enough.
issues.
Right, right. Of course, right.
I mean, my guy,
Um,
come on.
yeah. So that's what I would do. If I'm the Browns, I would definitely try to keep Flacco as a backup. But you know, as
That's
a starter,
odd.
I
That's
don't
an
know.
odd situation. I didn't even think that far. I mean, these guys are they're a playoff team, the Browns.
Yeah, they've
That's
won what, four in
crazy.
a row, 11 wins, 10
They're
wins.
good. They're good.
Yeah, they're a good
They have
football team.
like maybe the best defense. I like their defense, the Ravens defense, and Niners defense. Then the Cowboys for me. I think those
Sure.
three are really good. Yeah, I think the Cowboys would probably be four. Yeah, up there. But those are, I mean, they're just their defense is so good. So
Browns
good.
are one of the hottest teams in football right now too, and that kind of matters. You want to, you want to ascend over the course of the season, play your best ball in December, January. So I mean, that
So the
stuff does
Chiefs
matter.
are scary in a bad way.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, they
Rams. I know
just
you're a
lost.
Niners fan. Rams are scary in a bad way for you because they're trending up too. Just food for
I'm not
thought there.
worried. I'm not. Their
No,
defense
not yet.
sucks. Their
Okay.
offense is fire. And you know
Yeah.
what? I'm an even bigger Puka Nakua fan since I saw him in that
Oh
Q
yeah,
and
for
A,
sure.
that
Yeah, yeah,
exclusive Q&A we did. I think he's one of my favorite players. I mean,
yeah. No
so
doubt.
I'm a
Okay.
huge Puka Nakua fan. I mean, how do you not like how Stafford's playing? I'm just not afraid of their defense, bro. Nobody on that defense. It's like the team that if you had to rank which teams are the most scared to tackle Debo, Rams are number one. Eagles
That's
might be
hilarious.
number two. Rams number one.
that
Number
is
one.
that's that's
Seahawks
funny.
really are not scared to tackle Debo. I'll
Oh
admit it.
yeah, they play physical. Yeah, yeah.
They try. I mean, they don't. They say they know
They try to
how
be
to
chippy. Right.
they're not scared. Yeah, they do it. They go for it. The Rams are like, nah,
Nope. No thanks.
no, thank you. And I mean, that's just one guy, It's not. There's other guys on our office. I'm just not scared of their defense. It used to be good. I mean, they had Ramsey when he was younger, Aaron Donald. They had
That's
Von
so
Miller
lame,
during the
though.
Super Bowl. Yeah, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
They don't have those guys. Like their defense sucks, bro.
No, I'm with
Everyone
you.
knows
I'm with
too. With
you.
the D lineman, you got to have a pair. You got to have a twin. You got to have a buddy pass rusher. You got to have
Batman
a
Robin. I'm with you.
duo. Yeah, there's
Yep.
just no way. That's always been their problem. And it's a problem for a lot of teams when they get that. They finally like, oh, we got that pass rusher. We got the edge rusher. Or in rare cases, we got that amazing D lineman like Aaron Donald, interior lineman Aaron Donald's one.
Yeah.
Haloti Nada was one. Sue was pretty good, kind of up there. There's guys like that, but you need another guy. You
Yep.
need another guy. That's why the Niners got Chase Young, and that's why they keep getting more depth at the D line. It's important. Nick Bosa can't do it by himself. Just doesn't work that way. Like or at least it can't be consistent. You can't rely on it, or that guy's just
Right.
going to get super tired every game.
Yep.
Uh, can they trade
That's
away
how this team.
Watson? I
They
don't know.
could, but I mean, what's the offer now? And you're going to take a loss as far as capital because no one's paying what you paid to get to acquire.
When
him.
you trade, you can agree. You can negotiate on that, right?
Yeah, you can pay
Like the
partial
cap and stuff.
salary. Yep, exactly. That'd be very interesting. I just don't think it's likely or don't think it's happening. But I mean, yeah, hey, you never know. I'm not the Cleveland front office.
Yeah, I'm not. That's the thing. Like if we hit up our captain's Discord, they know all about this stuff.
Yeah,
So me and
yeah,
Sushane don't know as much, especially me. I just ask them basically when it comes to like this dead cap and trade. Now from what I remember, I'm not 100% on this. I'm pretty sure those idiots in the Cowboys front office. This is one, Mike, if you're listening. So I was talking to Mike, and I was like, bro, the Trey Lance deal is not that dumb. I was like, people pay up for a quarterback. I was like, don't get me wrong, getting in a third from him is great. Like, we won this trade. I love it. But I'm like, it's not that dumb. He's like, they're dumb. And then I hung up the phone with him. And then 20 minutes later, I totally forgot. The Cowboys are paying his salary. And I go, oh, they are dumb.
Oh, wow.
So they gave the Niners a third-round pick, and they agreed to pay the rest of his salary. So up to that date, whatever is remaining, every penny, they agreed to pay him. Trey Lance. So they're paying Trey Lance first-round money. Not the part we already paid, but still, like, it's still
sure.
They're paying the rest of the money, and they gave us a third-round pick. He's not even he's done. He's basically his career. He's a nobody. He's not.
He's done. Yeah.
He's an emergency quarterback. He's a scratch every game. They got Cooper Rush there. I don't think he's anywhere near leaping Cooper.
He has not surpassed Cooper Rush on the depth.
Yeah, it's like dub. You know what we do with those third-round picks? We stack them and stack them. We draft a amazing
Jimmy
kicker.
Ward.
We trade and go get Chase Young.
Oh,
we're killing it with this. So. Man, the get her done is a Cowboys. So yeah, that was a dumb move by the Cowboys. Get her done. Oh, that was a bad move. So the money didn't process in my brain when I was talking about the Trey Lance trade. But then once I said, oh, they're paying him, I'm like, yeah, that was a horrible trade. Third round pick is valuable,
and you're paying
him. I mean, I'm sure they could use that money, maybe go get a corner or.
I mean, they're a competitive team. They're a contending team. So you absolutely need to keep as much of that money as you need. Yeah, I'm with you. Terrible move, but hey, good for you. Because I mean, not only is it a win for the Niners, not only is it good for the Niners, but I mean, we talk about the NFC landscape. It's like, all right, 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, probably Cowboys at 3. I mean, you're basically winning, and one of those top 3 teams is losing. So you're winning at the cost of that. That's like a double win, honestly. It's like 2 wins, pretty much.
Get her done says, I feel Dallas did that to leverage against Dak and kind of backfired. Yeah, our front office, Jerry Wayne Jones, makes sus moves, trading Cooper for a 5th and releasing all our linebackers. Yeah, I mean, he is that type of. You know what Jerry needs? Just like Larry David. Larry David is like one of the funniest players ever. Larry David was a failed comic. He needed Seinfeld. Yeah. So Larry David was the GM. Seinfeld was the quarterback. You see what I mean? He couldn't play quarter. He needed that running mate. A lot of people need that. Steve Wozniak needed Steve Jobs. For those that don't know, Steve Wozniak is the most talented coder in the world, but the worst businessman. He can't talk. He can't dress. Literally, he cannot human. Steve Jobs, the opposite. Best salesman in the world. Conveys the message. Sells it. He just makes trillions of dollars.
Right.
Jerry Jones. He's awesome, man. He's got a lot. He's a world-class poker player. He's an all-in risk taker, businessman, smart guy, very out the box thinker. He needed who's the coach? Who's the Hall of Fame coach?
Tom Landry, Jimmy Johnson.
Coach. No, Jimmy Johnson. Yes,
Jimmy Johnson.
He needed a Jimmy Johnson. You see what I mean? Jimmy Johnson was much more level-headed.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And that's why they made the perfect pairing. Was like they had those 2 guys. So now Jerry Jones, maybe his ego's too big and there's no room. He won't allow. He needs a guy next to him, like a real guy with real authority.
Yeah.
To help him, because he can't, like, some of his ideas are good, but this is whack. This stuff is whack, bro.
It's outstanding.
He's building greatness while also tearing it down with dumb moves.
Yeah.
Like, to win a Super Bowl, you can't do that. You got to limit those dumb moves, those bonehead moves.
Yeah.
But they're close, man. I think he needs and maybe he has a running mate, but from what everybody sees, not just me, like, he's got a crazy big ego. Doesn't want to listen to anybody. Jeez. Like it's just a stereotypical billionaire. Just jerk.
Exactly,
I mean,
right?
what do you want to say? Like, hey, I'm not trying to vilify all these billionaires out there, but then I mean, we're talking about Jerry Jones. I mean, he just seems like such a jerk. Like, ugh, what a gross guy. All right, let's move on to the dynasty segment. I covered how I'm doing in my leagues. We talked about Joe Flacco. We talked about goofs and gaffs. We talked about what happened during last night's live stream, the last hack my lineup ever. It was epic. I appreciate all your guys' support. I thought there's a chance nobody cared, but everyone was like, hey, let's one last time. Let's do it. I mean, it's the last one. Let's go for it. And it meant a lot to me because it's not just about numbers or nothing. You know, this was my baby. Started it. Been doing this for 14 years. And just like when I say my baby, you know, like it's something that's sentimental to me. It means a lot, not just about the money, doing the big numbers, but it meant a lot that people at least showed they cared a little bit and wanted to have a good send off. So it was a good send off show brought to you by you guys. I mean, you guys did that. You guys tuned in. We hacked some lineups for the first time. I hacked the lineup, and then I hacked the same the opposite side. Yeah, there you go. Hack the opponent's lineup in the same league. I mean, I don't even know if that's good, but probably because it was just the first and only time is good. I don't know if I did that all the time, that'd be like the stupidest thing.
For you. We all saw your bid for I think it was Tyrod Taylor. I think you had both of them bid the same amount.
It went through.
It went through.
Oh, who got it?
I think I want to say Cash got it. I think.
Oh,
I'm not
good. I put
sure,
all in.
Yeah.
All in, baby. $1,000 FAB. It pushed it all in. Why not? I mean, was that not the move? That was the move, though, right? Like they saved up all their FAB, and it's the last week. Like, what are we saving that for? Tyrod Taylor, T-Mobile.
Yeah.
I
love it. I just thought it was funny that both of them bid $1,000 because you were basically.
I bid against myself.
You bid against yourself, right?
It was not because I'm like, look, Danny, you need Tyrod Taylor. Like, go get him. And then I was like, Cash, you need to block your opponent from getting Tyrod Taylor. Go get him. And we can't because we can't show what we're bidding. It'll be a secret bid. So I switched off the screen. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It was actually going to go through because I hit end on the show and I was like so tired and wiped.
Yeah, man.
That's
awesome.
Those
transactions go through.
That's awesome. It actually went through, and you guys, the big reveal. Ooh, it was $1,000. Yeah. All right. Let's do the dynasty segment.
All right. So I know what you guys are saying when you see this on the screen. Christmas is already over. I get it. 3 days ago, you guys now have no gifts under your Christmas trees. You guys have opened everything. The celebration's done. The candy canes have been eaten. Santa's gone. I got you. However, for us dynasty managers, oh no, Christmas season is not even started for us. You know, it's about to begin. See, we had our championship week this week, and then as soon as it's over, we got the off season. And this 2024 class, it's the ideal class for every dynasty 2023 dynasty managers wish list, right? What are we into now? We want these young, high-powered quarterbacks. You know, the Konami code, the guys who can rush a little bit, you know, pass the ball, all that stuff. That young upside for longevity. We all play super flex here, mostly. And then nowadays we're looking at these cornerstone stud pillar wide receivers we can build around. PPR we're playing. You know, running back positions kind of dying out a little bit. Tight ends are definitely improved this year, but as a whole, kind of inconsistent. So we love quarterbacks. We love wide receivers. And this year's wide receiver class, oh my God, it's going to be Christmas all over again in March, April, May, whenever you guys do those rookie drafts. I have a little poem here for you, though, because I want you guys to think of this 2024 class just like it was 2020. All right, so if you want to zoom in here, I think this is absolutely hilarious. I think it's very, very telling of how 2020 how we perceived it and how it ended up being, right? So in the winter night's glow on the gridiron stage, Ruggs, Judy, and Lamb made the first Christmas page. Those are the first three guys drafted in 2020. Henry Ruggs, the first receiver off the board, Jerry Judy, CeeDee Lamb shortly after. With Rager, Jefferson, Ayuk ready to take flight, some face struggles while others shone bright. Obviously, we're talking about Rager and Henry Ruggs, who's been struggling. Jefferson, Ayuk, CeeDee Lamb shining bright. Have met his trials. Their paths gone wildly askew. Looking at you, Henry Ruggs. Yet Jefferson, Lamb, and Ayuk stayed true and true. With hope and resilience, they found their way in the Christmas tale of the autumn wind sway. So, 6 receivers went in the first round. Henry Ruggs, Jerry Judy, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Reagor, Justin Jefferson, and Brandon Ayuk. 3 of these guys I can confidently say today, Couch, are good dynasty fantasy football assets. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk. What about the other 3? Well, one of them's in jail. The other one cannot even make the Patriots practice squad. We mentioned this last week. And the other one's Jerry Judy, who
I think he got a catch last week.
Right. He got a catch last week.
That's the highlight of his career, though. That's it.
Terrible, man.
Yeah.
Right. So, look, this is going to be very 50-50. And, let's move on to the second round real quick before we start, flipping the calendar away from Christmas and onto the new year here. Round 2, these are some of my favorite reindeer that I have. Basically, if I'm Santa Claus, these are some of my most trusty, players that I have, even today, across not just one league but multiple leagues. I have a lot of T. Higgins, Couch. I have a lot of T. Higgins everywhere. I've had him since he was a rookie. I traded for him, throughout his career at various points. When Jamar Chase got drafted, I definitely bought more of T. Higgins if I didn't already have him. So he's one of those guys that I really, really was into. Michael Pittman as well.
Is he for sure leaving Cincinnati?
I don't want to say for sure, but I would say yes. If you were to ask me, what do I think?
Probably.
I think he will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very probable. So.
Right. Michael Pittman, another guy that, I was really big on. And the thing about T. Higgins and Michael Pittman, right? Are these guys top 3, top 5 receivers in fantasy? No. But they're still pretty good, right? I know people are a little, hot and cold with T. Higgins.
Pittman was very sexy.
But Michael Pittman, he's very good. Oh, yeah. And he
really helped us enthrone. He really helped us enthrone. Too bad he got hurt.
Yeah, so these are 2 of my favorite receivers to target. Brandon Ayuk as well. I know he's a first round choice, but he's kind of in this tier as well. The problem is, Couch, I know me and you, we both like Chase Claypool. Okay, I was a big fan of Denzel Mims. I know we've talked about Denzel Mims in the Couch Empire League a little bit. It just so happens I got none of him because someone else in all of my leagues liked him more than I did.
Oh, so I got like one stock of Chase Claypool, unfortunately.
One of Chase. That was probably like a good price, maybe, I would think, but still, it's still tough.
Nah, it was a huge L. Oh, and I don't know how I got Denzel Mims, but I've traded him in that great trade, which is awesome. To Amir. We talk about the trade like 8 times.
Even not just us, right? Lots of people were in on Chase Claypool, especially after his rookie year. And then Denzel Mims, you just brought up Amir, who bought into him, and several others were also interested in Denzel Mims. So I'm just precautionary tale here, right? What's going to be under your tree? Have you been naughty? Have you been nice? Yeah, you may have gotten presents 3 days ago under your Christmas tree, but if you're a dynasty manager, your Christmas has not come yet. You will get a gift. Potentially, you could get the next T. Higgins. You could find the next Michael Pittman. Maybe even get a little bit lucky, get Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb type players. Or you could end up with Denzel Mims. Get some Cole for Christmas. Do you want Cole? No one wants Cole for Christmas. Jalen Reagor. The problem is, about half of you guys are going to end up with that. So let's get into 2024. With that being said, let's flip the calendar over and let's see. Okay. What's going on with these players?
I did some quick math.
T. Higgins. Go ahead.
You said 50% hit rate here, right?
50%. Yep.
And these are all round one.
All round one. Correct.
Did this span 2 years? This is 2 years. Is this 2 year span?
No, this is one draft. 13 receivers in the first 2 rounds. 2020.
Oh, this is the first 2 rounds. Wait.
Ayuk was
Really?
the 25th pick, I think. Yeah, no, this is all round one. It was a deep receiver class.
Oh, it was all round. Where did
All
Jefferson
round
go?
one.
Jefferson went like in the 20s or?
Yep, in the 20s. Ayuk was 25.
Oh, this is all round one. Okay,
Yep.
round one, 50% hit rate. And just, I mean, it's not exact math, but round 2, we got a 30% hit rate, roughly.
Sure, yeah.
Or you could say it's technically 2 for 7.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, 20. That's actually 30%. Yeah, that's
30%.
28 and a half. Yeah, so we got a 50% hit rate and a 30% hit rate, as it should be, as it makes sense. Does that not make sense in your brain? Makes sense with
a lot of sense
for my OCD. It makes plenty of sense. That's how it should be.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're going to be hyping up all of these guys. We're going to be telling you there's 20 receivers in this draft that are interesting. And yes, while that is true, are 20 of them going to be good? No. I'm thinking maybe like 5 of them are going to be, good to great. And then maybe another 3 or 4 could be whatever. Last week, we kind of gave you the full snapshot. If you remember, we listed all 20 names, about approximately, kind of categorized them from, what type of football alignment do they play? Do they play the outside X position? Are they a slot receiver, a Y? Or are they more like a complementary deep threat vertical guy, Z? And today, I want to talk a little bit more about 5 receivers. Is it 4 receivers? Is it 5 receivers? I think it's 5. What do we have here? 5 receivers. Yep. So the first 2, Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors, Couch. Everyone is telling you that these 2 guys are the de facto top 2, cut and dry. Everyone will have Marvin Harrison 1. Everyone will have Malik Neighbors 2. Sounds awfully familiar with CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, doesn't it? I'm just saying. Everyone had CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, one of the 2. And, it would have been ridiculous if you had Justin Jefferson ahead of those guys, right? Well, in hindsight, clearly Justin Jefferson, I wouldn't say he's much better than CeeDee Lamb, but he's clearly better than CeeDee Lamb. And obviously Jerry Jeudy is not looking too hot at all. Period.
He's a jag.
Right. He's a jag.
Just the average guy.
Right. He's kind of like a dead weight type of person that I just don't.
Nah, he's not it. That's Mecole Hardman's dead weight. Alan Lazard's dead weight. Or who do we? Jalen Rager's dead weight. No, he's a jag. Steve Smith doesn't miss, bro. Even when he says someone's middle of the pack, that's like Jerry Jeudy, starter. He can start on most offenses. Will he do anything? Not much. Nope. No. that's a jag. That's a jag. He can start. Yeah, he can start, but that's about like that's like his like the height of his career. Like he can start on an offense. That's it.
Right.
Like that's his best.
So I'm not suggesting, by bringing this up, by bringing up Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb, I'm not suggesting that, Marvin Harrison's going to be CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors is going to be Jerry Jeudy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am suggesting is, just because everyone's going to have these 2 receivers, as they should, because, the profile is matching, we'll talk about it in just a second, as their top 2, doesn't mean it's going to end up that way, right? So I just want to, kind of get you guys in that mindset, because I'm telling you, the next couple months, people are going to completely forget about this. They're going to be very stubborn, like, oh, Marvin Harrison's 1, then it's Malik Neighbors, and then it's the rest. People are going to say that. It's going to be a very popular sentiment. Just be open to that being completely wrong. And if you want to, play that way, go Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, there's a chance that you miss out on the actual Justin Jefferson of this class. Who, do I know who he is? No. But it's going to be someone, because, it's a very deep enough class.
It's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. But there's going to be some other guys. There's going to be some other guys.
You don't like that I'm cheating? I can cheat.
Hey man, Marvin Harrison's picking CeeDee Lamb. Marvin Harrison's like picking CeeDee Lamb right here, right? Again,
pretty
I don't want to
good.
bring that comparison
It
to
was
Malik
pretty
Neighbors. He's
good.
very
It's
good.
pretty good though.
Right,
Pretty league.
right.
CeeDee Lamb's a league winner. It's pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors. We actually talked about Harrison way back early on in the season. He is basically, I don't want to say the perfect wide receiver, but I mean, man, he's darn near, right? So he doesn't have like the Megatron frame, but he does have a very physically imposing frame. Great route running, good ball skills, good speed. You know, the one thing that I would say prevents a guy like DK Metcalf from being, an absolute top tier elite, top 2, top 3, kind of like an AJ Brown type guy, would be that top end speed. Marvin Harrison has it. CeeDee Lamb,
Are
for
you saying
example, has
DK
it.
Metcalf's doesn't have speed?
He does. It's not. It's clearly not as fast as AJ Brown. There's a different level there. There's a different level.
I don't know. I think he's fast. I think he's very fast.
Common sentiment is that's what DK Metcalf is missing in order to be like on that level. Just
I
one
just
more
think
notch.
they're different. I mean, that was his knocks. I just think he's more of like a straight line guy where AJ Brown has he's excellent at everything. He's excellent at yak and route running and this and that. DK, I
More
don't
of a
know, a little bit
contested
more like
catch.
a poor man's Randy Moss, I guess. I don't
Okay,
know. I
contested
mean,
catch.
it's not even a great, but I'm trying to kind of put it
Yeah,
in perspective. As far as AJ Brown, perfect at everything, essentially, or close
sure. So
to it.
more
Right, he's
well-rounded.
got
Okay.
everything.
No,
Yeah,
we can
and
go
he's
with that
very
too. I mean,
very
that's basically what I'm trying to
athletic.
say.
But
Yeah,
DK, he even did the Olympic trials, raced
sure.
against
Yeah,
people 40
yeah.
pounds and 45 pounds smaller than him, and he placed. I mean, this guy could run on the Olympic team if he
Right.
wanted to. I mean, that you can't. He's fast, and he's fast in pads. He's just not fast in all other senses, as far as if he has to change direction or yak, or
Sure.
this and that. But I guess running a deep route fast, I guess you could say
Sure.
he's very fast at that.
Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, let's go with that. The word complete, right? Because that's a good word that fits Marvin Harrison. He's a complete receiver
Yeah, like
with the
AJ
frame,
Brown.
like
Saying,
an
yeah.
AJ Brown, right? Malik Neighbors also complete. What is he missing? He's not as physically imposing as Marvin Harrison. He's more of like a Garrett Wilson type size ish, if that makes sense, right? So not as big, obviously, because of those metrics, those measurables. That's why he's not, in the same breath as Marvin Harrison. But again, skill wise, very close. So I mean, look, there's good reason to have these two as your top two, which is why I would say 99.999% of people will have these guys as their top two receivers. But just be open minded to the fact that hey, it's a deep class. There's going to be some other guys who could definitely, surpass these guys and maybe even surpass Marvin Harrison potentially. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but hey, it's possible. And 3 guys that I have my eye on. Now, Couch, I want to preface this by saying again, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, love those 2 guys. It kind of worked out for them, but Chase Claypool, Denzel Mims, right? So I'm going to give you 3 guys. Now, the chances that all 3 of these guys are duds, probably low. But at the same time, the chances that all 3 of these guys become Michael Pittman and T. Higgins also quite low, right? So I feel like one of these guys could be, a dud, maybe 2 of them, maybe, 1 stud, 1 in between, right?
The odds
So
do say 1 in 3, huh? Like we just kind
the
of
odds
counted
will
1
say
in
1 in
3.
3, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about these guys. They're very different profiles, but they're my favorite receiver of each profile, if you will. That's why I want to talk about these 3 on their own, and then we can talk about the rest at a later day. First one, Emeka Egbuka. Very good slot receiver. You remember actually, how I was very, very high on Elijah Moore. We made a trade in I think it was the Empire League, where I think we traded out of your 2.3 second round pick, something like that. And I wanted to go get myself some Elijah Moore that day. Okay, because Emeka Egbuka was, again, I'm a Devy guy. I pay attention to college even while I'm drafting rookies in the NFL. When I drafted Elijah Moore, my vision was I'm going to pair him with Emeka Egbuka because I'll have the 2, future stud slot receivers of the NFL. Okay. Is Elijah Moore a future stud slot receiver of the NFL. Doesn't look like it. All right, he looks like one of those, Jerry Jeudy type, just a Jag type player.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Man,
Yeah.
was he a good prospect though? He really
Right,
was.
right. So same thing with Egbuka. Okay, so the idea that he is a slot only, which he is, definitely is going to hurt the upside a little bit. I'm willing to go back in the well though, right? Josh Downs is a player that I loved a lot last year. If you remember pre-draft, very high on him.
We drafted him in a league we co-owned.
We did.
Had a few good weeks for us.
Yep. And if you remember what we said about him, slot only receiver. So it's not like these guys are bums for fantasy. They can definitely produce.
What
at
least I loved about him was he plays huge. He plays like a red zone guy. He plays like a tight end. It doesn't make sense. He's very undersized, but he's good contested catch. He's strong. He basically plays like a tight end almost. Like it's that crazy. And that's one of the reasons why I liked him. And I think that's one of the reasons why we drafted him. You liked him, and I was like, dude, that's tough, be small and you can catch touchdowns. It's funny. It's a best ball dynasty league, high stakes. Me and you co-own it, just us two. And he cracked our lineup several times. And unexpectedly, we rose from one of the worst teams to one of the best. He was one of the reasons. And Puka, but, Josh Downs helped.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. So Egbuka, if I were to rank those three, I would put Egbuka clearly, between him, Josh Downs, and Elijah Moore. Egbuka for me is the clear number one. It's not really close. And again, like I was saying, the day I drafted
you liked
Elijah
him
Moore,
better than those
Josh
guys.
Downs. Right.
As wow, you love those guys. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you can really tell how much I like Egbuka. Again, this is probably going to be one of the guys that I draft a lot in April. I know this is December 28th or whatever that we're saying this, but just saying, man, like, this is going to be one of those guys that I think I'll be drafting. I don't think my mind will change a ton on Egbuka because it has not for the past 3-4 years. Okay.
Hold on a second. You're kind of cutting in and out. Yeah, here we lost you. Let me tell you to hop out and hop back in. Hop out and hop back in. All right, so Sue Shane. Oh my God. How do we get rid of this guy? Oh.
I don't know what happened there. Bad connection.
Little internet connection. Yeah. And make sure, if you have any devices, take them off Wi-Fi, like your phone or something. It might help sometimes. Oh, we lost you again. Having some issues. Yeah, I was saying if you have any devices like your phone or iPad, take them off Wi-Fi.
No, my family's in town, so I just told them to turn off their Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's good now. Are we back? Are we good?
It looks better. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's move on now though to another guy that, for today I like, but not like Egbuka. A little bit different. My opinion has been changing a little bit on him. His name is Xavier Worthy. Okay. Why do I like him? Let's just start there. Insanely fast. Okay, very, very fast. Like we're talking Devonta Smith on steroids fast. He's crazy, crazy fast. He might be one of the fastest players I've ever seen play football. Now, again, I know Devon Achane has that Olympic speed. I'm not going to say he's faster than Achane as far as 40-time clock, stopwatch, all of that stuff. But man, just eye test when you look at it, man, it's fast. Okay. Another thing, and this is going to be very huge as soon as I tell you how big he is. He is very good against press coverage. Not necessarily fighting press coverage, but avoiding press coverage because he's so twitchy, he's so shifty, he's so agile at the line of scrimmage that press coverage cannot beat him. What's the issue? He's 157 pounds.
That's crazy. I think that's exactly Tank Dell's weight.
Is that exactly Tank Dell?
something
I think
because
Tank
Tank
Dell
Dell
might be
might.
even a little bit higher.
It says 165, but I don't think that was in college. It wasn't. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah,
how sometimes
right.
I think in college he was like 157. I think now it says it says 165. But again, like
Okay.
I mean, because this was a big topic, I looked into it. Yeah, I think so 165 now, but I think like in college he was not 165. So let's just say Tank. So probably Tank Dell size if he's 5'8".
Yeah. And so
Xavier.
one thing about Tank Dell, okay, I watched both of these guys in college a lot. I call him Nathaniel Dell because in college that's what he was known as. All right. Um,
Oh, we lost
person,
you again. Oh,
I
there
always
you are.
thought Xavier Worthy. Am I good?
Yeah, you got off for like 2 seconds. You're back though. You're good
Are
now.
you good? Oh boy.
Hello. Let's try to wrap it up because we're almost done. Oh God. I'll just bring on Drew to finish this. We're almost done though. Xavier Worthy is 5'11". Tank Dell is 5'8". So oh boy.
All right, let's try to wrap this up quick. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's just
I went over
dying
their
right
height.
now.
Maybe try to turn off your camera. Can you
Yeah.
turn off your camera? That would help just a little bit. Just go audio. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You look
working?
great. Yeah. Looks awesome. Oh God. All right. This just type what you have to say, man. We're live. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Hop on your phone. Try on your
Are
phone.
we good?
Try on your phone. I don't know,
Let me
bro. You
try my
keep coming
phone.
in and
Yeah.
out.
This is crazy. This is
Keep
crazy. I'm
or
sorry,
just
guys. I
keep going.
apologize.
Keep going now,
I'll
and
keep,
if it
I'll
comes
be
up,
good.
hop on your phone.
Okay, so again, Xavier Worthy definitely preferred him over Tank Dell even while in college. Now seeing Tank Dell, his career in the NFL, how he's kind of popped off with CJ Stroud early on in his career, but then also the fact that he got hurt, right? So that's a major concern that I have with Xavier Worthy. I'm kind of 50-50 on him. I kind of flip, am I in on him? Am I off on him? Not every day, so to speak, but like it's seemingly all the time. Like one day I'm in on him.
A-Chain
Maybe
got hurt too.
exactly right. So all these guys are super fast. They can produce a lot of points, win you weeks, right? But is it more of a best ball thing? Is it something I can rely on as a start sit? Stuff like that. And the last one, again, I've talked about him ad nauseum. I'm going to continue to do so because he has paid literal dividends for me in my life. Troy Franklin, very good deep threat couch. I think this is going to be one of the receivers that you will be very into because I know this is the prototype that you like. You like the guys who are, speed threats, vertical, big plays type of guys. And I think Troy Franklin could be as close to Deshaun Jackson as we will ever get, at least in quite some time, and at least from what we've seen in the past maybe 3, 4, 5 years. So this guy is definitely a dynamic deep threat. I think you'll be very into it. And yes, get her done. The Wi-Fi monster has got me. Jets tier Wi-Fi. Oh baby.
That's the same Wi-Fi the Jets use.
Oh yeah.
Not good.
Joe Namath, whatever
I
year
don't
that
know
was.
why. I like Z. See, this is an observation you've made. I wouldn't say that, but maybe I do, and I didn't realize that.
I think you do.
You think I'm gonna like? I don't know. I didn't have to look these guys up. You think I'm gonna like Troy Franklin? Do
I
I
think
like
you will.
Z? I don't know.
I think you like the big play type of guy. I think
I
that's what you're
do.
into,
I
right?
don't. I
Yeah.
like fantasy point.
No?
I like to win. I mean, whatever it. I don't know.
I think Troy Franklin will tickle your fancy. We'll see though.
Me
Of
and
course, you'll be
you
looking into it.
often like the similar guys. We
True.
agree more than I've probably agreed with anybody else. Me and you agree a lot. So I don't know. I mean, you don't love Z guys. I don't think I do. I don't know. I just love fantasy points. mean, like whatever it takes, is the guy going to be on the field? Is he going to, give me points? Is he going to get targets? Is he good? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I have like a certain type I like. We both like Chase Claypool.
For I don't know what reason, but yeah.
No, what? No, I think I don't even take that as I'm not even down on myself on that. I think that's purely mental. I think we hit on that in a way. I mean, I think he had that potential. I really do. I mean, we seen it his rookie year. I don't know how I don't know, man. I never seen Jalen Reagor get 4 touchdowns in a game. That's a guy I drafted. I mean, that was just a miss. Like, he's just a
Did you ever
bust.
get 4 catches in the game, 4 receptions, 4 targets?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Wow.
I mean, I never seen Laquan Treadwell get 4 touchdowns in the game. I never seen Denzel. I mean, bro, that's not like a fluke, bro. Like, it's just not. I mean, he's lightning fast. He can block. Yeah. He's a deep threat. I mean, it sounds like I'm talking about Josh Gordon with the mental issues, with the bad stuff. Sounds like who was great too, right? Like who had talent too at one time. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What did we?
But that's basically what we got here. Those 5 receivers. I think I don't know if you're gonna like the same 3 that I like here. But hey, saying that you like the same similar players that I do, maybe you will. But definitely form your own independent opinion here, and just be wary, right? I said earlier, I like T. Higgins, I like Michael Pittman, but I also liked Claypool and Denzel Mims. So maybe not all 3 of these guys are going to be great, but I expect at least one of them to.
He said, Justin Blackman.
Oh, baby.
What does that mean, though?
Jaguar?
What is that? Wait, what does that mean? Just guys, you're just naming bust. I don't know the point of this, though. I don't understand the point of why he's naming them.
I don't know. I guess you heard Chase Claypool.
Is that Chase Claypool? Yeah. These guys are deep threats. They're big. I don't know if that's that. But yeah, if you guys have any fantasy questions, ask them. I am going to rip some packs. I don't know if you want to.
Maybe let's do it.
They're not good, by the way. But, I mean, we could just chill. We don't have to do any, like it's just a chill thing. We do whatever we want here, like it's not. I'm not going to rip a Mahomes or like very unlikely. So today, I got 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So today they're going to deliver 10 rewards to me. And I got them, but you know what, Sushane, there actually is Christmas presents out there still. You never know, because I just got this. I just got this one pack, and I thought it was a mistake. I got an email that said because I did some stuff, they forgot to give me a pack, and so they're giving me a Christmas pack. And this one's better. So this one has a point. I don't know what it is, but a 0.02% chance it's legendary. So we got an actual pack here. It's gonna probably be crappy. I don't even know what it is. I think this is the one where Puka came out with his first moment. So I don't know. Small chance it's something cool, but the rest are just straightforward. They're just players, but we can talk about literally anything. We can answer questions, but I promise to rip some packs to the community on a live stream. And might as well do it. We got 11 packs here.
Let's do it. 11 days of Christmas, baby. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's. I want to save the best for last. Like Zay Flowers and Jalen Hurts and Saquon. Okay, let's start with the Chase Brown. All right. Dynasty Day Trader. He was comparing them to Chase.
I think so, right?
That's what he said. He said that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense to me now.
He says, Get Her Done says, what should I do with my 6 first-round picks in 5 seconds? This is all 2024, I assume.
This is some good capital, man. What do you need? I'm assuming if you have 11 picks that you probably don't have a roster and you probably need to start building a roster. Or are you just in some luxury position where like you're maybe like 2 guys away and you have all these picks? So it depends on what stage in the game you're at. But I would definitely look to not use all 6 of those first round picks. Maybe use the earliest one, the earliest 2 that you have, and then start selling, get some pieces. Because again, the dynasty community is going to go crazy as we get further along in the off season. And the whole point of what I'm trying to sell right now to you guys is that yes, this receiver class is deep. It is good. There's a lot of names, but it's going to be overhyped because that's just where we are right now as a fantasy football as players, because we like receivers more in dynasty than running backs and all that stuff. And it's going to be an overhyped class just by a little bit. Not saying it's not, it shouldn't be hyped up. It definitely should be. It deserves to be hyped up. But you want to take advantage and capitalize and get some assured value in addition to those upside rookies that you can draft. Round 2 is going to be all about the running back. So you're going to have to make a decision based on, again, how does your roster look, right? Do you want to trade some of those seconds for some more proven running backs, but again, you're going to be cutting your lifespan? Or do you want to take shots on these rookies where, again, it's not a great running back class, but we're kind of in a state where if you don't have Christian McCaffrey or like maybe 2 or 3 other guys behind him, it's really just kind of plug and play. Whoever's hot, just ride that hand. So really, any running back with a good opportunity to get snaps, that's probably who I would suggest taking with the second round pick. If not, then of course trade for that assured value. Try to win your league. We have a lot of capital. That's good. Strong class to have a lot of capital. So that's good. You have 11 picks. You're gonna love that in a couple months.
Yeah, that's so many. You can't even afford to have that many new players on your team. Probably don't even have the roster space.
Yeah, probably not. But hey, if you do, then by all means, start picking some players away and then hold some and then sell them, at various points in the off season when they're hot. Maybe some cool training camp video shows up or something. You guys know how it is, buying and selling during the off season. I see you've opened the Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, we're just looking at. So I mean, the player, it says the player right there. Just looking at the plays, and you're playing the serial number lottery to see if you get a really cool serial. Haven't got anything. Getting pretty bad serial numbers, but still got plenty of packs and enjoying the plays.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they're not. These are like kind of the casual NFL fan may not know about these guys, but they're all pretty good, and it's not like just Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So it's
Speaking
cool
of Joey Porter, because we were talking about Chase Claypool, that was the trade, by the way. It was the 32nd overall pick from the Bears to the Steelers in exchange for Chase Claypool, and that pick was used to draft Joey Porter Jr.,
which is probably a really good pick, really valuable pick for them.
Oh yeah, I would
Let's
hope so.
go Charvarius Ward. Now this is the Niners corner, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Niners cornerback, from the Chiefs. He's on the Niners this year.
Yeah,
I think so. 178.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Another poopy serial number. 178 out of 201. Doesn't get much worse than that, folks. Man, just getting killed on these serials. Oh, wait. Oh, he didn't. I thought he caught that. What is?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Great highlight reel. Makes him look like a big dummy. Oh, this is a melt. Okay, thank you. Oh, this is when he shut down Metcalf. Okay, this makes sense. Okay,
got it. Okay,
I'm not afraid to state my opinion. I look dumb because I jumped the gun, but I mean that was just an awful highlight. But this is the game where he shadowed Metcalf and shut him down, which is, I mean, that's amazing.
That is a feat. Okay, yeah. I'm with that.
It makes sense. It's awesome. Look at that. I mean, just killing. I mean, the game just stopped right there, like because he played a perfect game, and there's no way the Seahawks could have won this game because Charvarius Ward was out there just absolutely crushing it. I think they interviewed him after the game too. It's like, you're the star of the game. So that makes sense. Khalil Shakir. Let's do him next.
And the fact that you guys have a guy on the back end of that defense too is pretty scary. Then I always thought the Niners secondary was a little bit suspect, but
We're working on it.
yeah, yeah, it's getting built slowly.
Yeah, 33. Okay, I wish it was number 10, but 33 is better than some of these cereals I've been getting. Khalil Shakir. Oh, it's just some. Oh my God!
Ooh,
Wow! I
there.
get cracked
That's
by
a good
small
highlight.
dude.
That's a good highlight.
Dang, coaches love that. Okay, so this guy. Okay, I love this highlight. Gets the team pumped right there.
Oh yeah.
The first guy couldn't wrap up, and then he just cracked the other guy, ran him over. All right, let's go. Rashee Rice. Just getting better and better, guys. This is where the serial numbers would kill it for me. So this is an uncommon, so it's not super rare or anything.
371.
Terrible. Awful. Let's see the play though. Oh, the TD. This is their only wide receiver. Him and Justin Watson. Man.
What a terrible. Who knew that the impact of Tyreek Hill would be this much? I mean, man, that's
the thing. The offense was amazing last year, though.
Yeah.
Amazing with Juju and Kelsey.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but they need another guy who knows what he's doing out there.
Fact.
And Kelsey's not looking good. Let's just go to. I'm such a huge Saquon fan still, so let's go Zay and then Saquon.
What do you mean
then
still? Who's not a Saquon fan right now?
Oh man, I mean, like I love him, and I mean, I'm just saying I'm opening Zay Flowers before Saquon, and I'm trying to go from the, trying to save the best for last type of deal.
Yeah, I think Saquon should be one of the last here. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with the quarterback last, just because they're worth the most. 166. Okay, out of 732. I guess that's not horrible.
Not terrible, yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
See, this is some type of stuff that I saw from Jackson Smith and Jigba in college. This type of like little quick circle bang. My God.
Des Bryant? No, that's odd that they don't because he played so long. I don't think
there's
any
Cowboys fan question, bro. Oh my God. They have Des Bryant.
Hey, but that's what this is about. So it's usually, NFL fans, not necessarily fantasy fans, and they want stuff like that, from their team. Like the one guy from our Discord I got to open, he only buys Panthers packs. Like that's it. You don't care about nothing else. And I gave him a Luke Kuechly moment, and he loved it. So that's it is what it is. And then Louise, I gave him a Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, that was like really he knew the play and everything.
Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, these are good players too, But
I'm saying it's for him. He's a Cowboy. You know what I mean? Like that's just. What about the Panthers guy? I mean, there's nobody there. I mean, he pulled that. That's the guy,
baby.
Yeah, that's the guy who pulled the number one Mingo, and I was like, bro, you have no idea like how dope that is. Like I'm telling you, number one cereal.
All right, yeah, you told me
that was him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I showed you.
Wow.
I was like, dude, that's 1 in 3,000 chance. I was like,
that's a good one.
Dope. All right, Saquon, let's get the cereal, baby. Oh, it's uncommon. Okay, I thought it would be rare, maybe. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take a 7 though. I'll take a for one of my favorite players. I'll take a 7. Number 7, Saquon.
Oh, look at that.
Love this guy. He's so good. So what's dope about the Couch Dynasty League, Sushin? I mentioned this before, but what's so dope, I'm so proud of. Was it 2017 Saquon came into the league? 2000.
That is, I think that's correct. 2017 or 18. One of those two.
Let's get a for sure year. I always forget this.
Nope, has to be 2018 because 2017 was McCaffrey, so it must be 2018.
2018. Got it. Okay. So we had our startup draft 2018. I drafted guys like Saquon, Kittle. Saquon was the first overall pick by me. Kittle, Patrick Mahomes, Corey Davis, Stephon Diggs on the Vikings. I don't remember who else I drafted. And maybe not Debo was, I think he came out right after, and I drafted him too as a rookie. And Ramondre Stevenson as like all these guys I drafted is what I'm trying to say. And I kept for this many years. Like that's I'm so proud of that. Like, and I didn't just draft them. I'm starting all of them. Last week
they're all
when I
good.
beat the best dude, I started Kittle, I started Debo, I started Saquon, and I started Mahomes. Corey Davis is retired, so I could that was over. And I started Stephon Diggs, like all these guys, and I drafted Devontae Smith later. I drafted Ramondre Stevenson later. I traded everything for the draft pick. I drafted Bijan Rob. Like all these guys I built from the draft, and most of them are OGs. I get drafted day one. I mean, think of Kittle, right? This is before Kittle was good. So I got him, I don't know, round 9, round 10, right? Mahomes, I got like round 8, 9, 10, 7. I forget. Like I drafted these guys super late. And I still got them and I'm still starting them. Okay, number 7, Saquon. I'm happy about that.
That's a good one.
He's one of my favorite players. Now I got Jalen Hurts. Now, what's interesting about guys like Jalen Hurts and I think maybe Tua too, definitely Justin Fields. If you get the number 1 cereal, you get the number 1 badge, you get the jersey badge because they're number 1. Ooh. And I mean, it's just dope. Like you get the triple, quadruple, like you get so many badges. It's just so valuable, and it's a quarterback. So it's that would be amazing to pull a number 1 Jalen Hurts. Everyone has even odds, like everyone's ripping the pack. So let's see.
All right.
And I think this is going to be rare. If not, it's not going to be a ton mint. I know it's not a ton was minted. Okay. It is rare. So that means it is 300 at most. So it's 300 or less minted. Here we go. Oh, dang. So close. Number 4.
That's pretty good, though. That's still pretty good.
Oh, but so close, bro.
So close, dude.
Dang, number 4. Hey, I like that. I got a 7 Saquon and a 4 Jalen Hurts. Like, what is
not
this?
Bad.
This
you were saying these points weren't going to be too good. It's not bad. Not bad, sir.
Yeah, I still like it. I mean, it's Jalen Hurts, man. He's a stud.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
These Get It Done's asking who do you like since you were talking about Dez Bryant. Yeah, man, Dez was so amazing. It catches so many memorable moments.
You're talking about like all-time players?
Yeah, well, because you talked about Dez Bryant. He's like, well, who do you like? Who's your team? Who do you like? What players do you like?
I mean, give me any of those great tight ends. Shoot. Gronkowski,
There's a Gronk.
You send me that Michael Mayer one. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes Michael Mayer. There you have it.
Yeah, love me some Gronk. Mayer Gronk. All right,
here we go. You ready for this is the last one.
Oh,
this is my bonus pack. This is the bonus pack that I thought it was a mistake. I was like, what is this? All right, bonus pack. A makeup pack. Here we go. Come on, baby.
It's rare? Oh, it's 2.
No, it's 2, but there's nothing here. It's fine. Whatever. We'll see what we get. 1180. Oh, Sam Howell. This would have been so good before he got benched. I would have been so like, oh, that's so sick. But at the end, it turns into a Jacoby Brissett moment.
Oh God.
the next angle you see him getting benched for Jacoby Brissett.
Yikes.
Oh, no, it's fine. 110. Miami Dolphins? Oh, I'll take it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, that's
Okay.
not for a free pack, for a bonus pack. I'll take. So they were supposed to like send me a moment for like Christmas promo or something. But they screwed up, so they sent me something a little better. Like this one has a chance. You can pull a rare or legendary. But no, it's cool. I mean, it's a player we like. It's not too common, right? It's minted to 1,500. It's got a couple of badges. He's a rookie. And the serial number is not bad, 110. So I'll take it. Hey, I told everyone these packs weren't that awesome. But, I just like doing, I mean, I just got the packs. I wanted to open them live. So,
Couple good ones.
I did
Hurts,
it.
Saquon. Probably the
Yeah.
two
I
best
mean, there was,
players on
I
there.
mean, it said it right. Oh, yeah. The cereal. Yeah. I mean, it says right. We know what it was. But the cereals were good. I mean, I'll take the crappy cereals for those other lesser known players and defensive players, and save me the good ones for guys like Jalen Hurts, who are like typically they'll probably be in the MVP discussion for several years during their career.
Absolutely.
Quarterbacks. Yeah. So there you have it. Anything else you want to add? I think we're done.
I got nothing. It's always fun watching you rip these packs. Very exciting for me. I
Yeah,
have no stakes in it,
they're not, they're not always fire. You know what I mean? They're not always. I'll
Yeah, it's
tell
so
you, but
entertaining,
every
There's
now
always
and
a
then,
chance.
though, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have like some fire packs. Like it happens. That's what makes
Mm-hmm.
the fire pack so awesome. All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
guys, we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next podcast. Go get those W's and win the ship. All right, guys. Peace.